The Combo Kings are definitely coming in hot. This episode is brought to you by Big D's Plumbing, video game, and adult super outlet, located down State Road 74, down by where the schoolhouse used to be. Now, if we can get Daniel of the 1984 four-wheeler dusting off the John and David off his bike and boat, we can get started.
Seriously?
That word again.
Operate.
I need to get rid of this before we go. Nah,
Your peppermint.
I don't be smacking in the microphone. That'll record it for 2 hours over there, so I'm not worried about.
Not really. Oh, boy. What a week, guys.
Mm-hmm.
What a week. It's got cold.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where.
It's gonna warm up again.
It's like the season saw the state trooper. So I've been rolling a few things over in the old head. We talked to our fans. You get up. Congratulations, you have X amount of followers.
Yeah.
We need to see it hanging on the wall in the studio.
That, and I'm waiting on that coveted plaque to hang on the wall. The 100,000.
The 100,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to get you there.
Yeah. I'm working on it, man. Every day.
I started thinking, like the local radio stations.
Yeah.
Planet 93.3.
Mm-hmm.
They call theirs the P1s.
Okay.
That's their followers.
Also, we need to name our fan base.
Yeah, our fan base. We call ourselves the Combo Kings.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking, instead of our loyal fans, they need to be our royal fans.
Royal fans. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I was going with Squires, but
Squires,
I mean, they help us out.
they do help us out. No, he's not here today.
Oh.
Yeah. We love you, but we hope you get to feeling better today.
Yeah, Daniel.
Big.
So.
He must be out managing the hardware store.
Yeah, I think you got a couple of plumbing calls.
He must have.
Yeah. I was thinking about that when I was going through our little mystery box of stuff. I didn't even really think about it when we named this whole thing. But every one of our names starts with D.
It does.
Big D, like, put a Z,
Yeah.
It'd be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still working on it.
Okay.
Did you see the mascot?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
I haven't released him to the public yet.
Yeah, I think
He did. He did. So your week was okay?
week was pretty good. Got some good news on the house. We got
Criminal?
the decks. It's looking. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there. We're gonna move in the week of Christmas.
All right. Criminal.
Mhm. They ain't told us that, and I've been really relying and pushing on this thing that you've been pushing on me.
Yep.
Get that word hope out of there.
Yeah, don't belong in your life. Get rid of it.
Go on, put it out there and just say, look, it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you put it out there and you believe it, it'll happen.
Yep.
And it took me a long time to figure out what Joy's dad boom. He said, you want it, go get it. And you think about it in the respect, oh, let me go out here and work hard and do all this and go get it. But no, he's saying you gotta put it in the universe. You want it, you gotta go get it.
Don't hope for it.
Yeah. So that's I don't think I ever heard her dad use the word hope.
Huh.
He just did it.
Yeah.
He said I was going to Paris. Dang on, he didn't go to Paris.
I mean,
it may have not made everybody else in the family happy, but he went.
he went to Paris.
Yes, he did.
And there's a lot of truth in that because, even in my craft, the Freemasonry, they tell us that hope ends in fruition. Hope will die. When there's nothing left and there's no more hope, and what do you have other than what you have physically put out there yourself?
Yep. So good. Yeah, we'll put it out there that you, and we'll do it as a collective. So the royal fans
Yes.
and the court, we all have to say, Dustin's gonna move in that house a week of Christmas.
Week of Christmas. But they telling us that our porches and our interior trim guys going to be there this coming week.
Awesome.
They're going to build the decks, get all of our interior buttoned up to where they got to do the little trim around the walls and clean the floors up from shipping and all that stuff. They're going to have to come out there and straighten up this light on the back of my house that everybody picks on me about. So you look at the sliding back doors, we got the deck light, their outside light. It's on like a 45. It ain't straight. Everybody that comes over like, hey man,
That adds character.
your light, it's crooked up.
I'll go.
Yeah,
light.
the light.
The light.
I like that.
Yeah.
For our royal fans that we've just now been talking about, King David's got a pointer.
You dang right.
And when I say a pointer, it's not a laser. He has a white Mickey
Oh, no.
Mouse.
You don't have to describe, bud. They can see it.
Ooh, well, for those that don't have visuals yet, we are now live. You can see.
They can see it.
Yes, a white Mickey Mouse hand.
You know what? You know where I stole this from? No, I didn't steal this.
Okay.
I actually bought this, but the idea for this. Anybody? I'm pointing at Joy when I point back there.
Okay. Where we get it from?
The idea I got from Hey Nunny Nunny. I'm passing judgment. Digging your ass.
Digging in your ass.
That's how old it beginning.
I'm just glad that you picked your nose before you dig in your ass because that's the same finger. There it is.
Don't do that at home, kids.
It reminds me of a Mario hand.
It is, yeah. Or Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
Hi, my name is Mickey Mouse. Hello there.
Ah,
Hello there. Anyway, yeah, that's why
yes.
I'm passing judgment now.
Passing judgment.
Yep.
In the studio.
Tell them you get that light fixed
That's right.
right now.
And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because I've took pictures and we've looked at things. But the week following that, the week of the 16th, they're going to come out and do the safety tank.
All right.
And then if all goes to plan, all the final inspection.
I don't know what the septic tank is.
That's where the poo goes.
It's down here.
Week of Christmas, I just might go ahead and take off.
There you go.
And I'm going to start moving stuff.
No, don't might. See, that's another word right there, might. Just do it.
Yeah, it
Just
come out.
do it. You know what? I'll even show up on Christmas Day. On Christmas, I'll take that week off too. I'm just going to come to your house every day. I'm like, we moving this stuff today or not?
David show up on that mini bike there.
Yeah.
Hey, I can pull a trailer.
Mink. I do it at work. I do it every day. Mink. I ride by them. Hey, what y'all doing? Y'all ain't work. Mink.
Get on out of it.
Yep.
But yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Dustin, I know them electric people coming today because I need some, some power.
Some power. So
Or if you're Joy, hire.
That's right. I was talking about her just the other day. Since Miss Joy is Asian, but she been with David so long that when you listen to her on the phone, it ain't no little Asian lady.
No, sounding like it did.
I told some people that last week. They laughed.
Oh, in old Marsh Vegas.
That's exactly right.
That's what that is. We got that. We're Southerners. We naturally have this drawl.
Yes,
but then like Marshall folks is a little bit different.
Yeah, I can see.
Ours is like if you listen to like Randy Travis talk.
Yeah,
he has the same condensation.
Yeah. We need to put a little something out there for that family this week. I seen where you tagged Ricky in a post on social media. Yeah. Their third brother passed. Butter,
yeah, he was passed a while back. Me and Joy actually donated to that.
Yeah. I
tried to call Keith, but I don't know if I had the wrong number or, like what? I don't know.
Last I heard, Ricky was out of the country.
Huh?
Yeah, he had went overseas, and Randy, this may be wrong.
Wow. Huh?
Daniel, if you're listening at home, fact check me in Texas. I had heard that Randy was pushing some of his music, or Randy's backings was pushing some of Ricky's music overseas.
Maybe that's why I can't get a hold of him.
It might be.
But no, wait a minute. You know what? I responded to a post that he put. He must have like a social media person.
He might, yeah.
I'm getting backdoored by people I know.
Oh, yeah.
Point and judgment.
Passing judgment.
Did I say point?
You said point and judgment. It's okay.
It's all right.
We'll get through it. Ain't nobody laying judgment. We placing
passing.
Oh, you see?
Passing. You said pass. Stop. Anyway, he was a big inspiration for me to even be behind the microphone. Ricky.
Yeah.
I used to like listen to him as a child, and I really I looked up to him. When they said that him and Little Bit were coming for a visit. That's his wife's name, by the way, Little Bit. And man, you would think that we were going to like Carowin. Yeah. It was like a big deal for me to I didn't even know, to be honest with you. As a kid, I didn't know that Randy was going to be like a mega superstar.
Yeah. Well,
he's sitting in our living room. So, but yeah. My uncles and them used to sit there and get drunk with him. And, like Ricky, I don't think he was ever like drunk.
No. He didn't ever get as far out as what Randy.
No, but but Butter, Butter was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Be honest with you though, even when Butter would come over, it was fun. Like he would take time to play with me as a kid, like messing around, roughhousing and stuff.
Yeah, they were all around good family. They had the roots. It's just when
Harold played her dad.
Yeah, when Randy made it,
there was a little bit of a strife there.
It was.
But did you know, in fact, he came back like the year after he made it big, and he gave them all. I think he gave them all like several $100,000. Like it was a lot of money.
I did not know that.
Some of them,
that can happen.
Allegedly,
that can happen.
Yep. But yeah, he, I've been trying to get in touch with him for a while. I had to I wanted to have him on the show. I'll get him on here eventually.
Yeah. I had the pleasure of playing music with Ricky on my mom's front porch when she lived off Rainy Ford Road down there in Union County. Mom knows that side of that family.
That's cool, man. A little bit come with him?
Yes, she was there.
She's the sweetest lady.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
That's been a number of years ago, but...
That's why I feel like me and Joy, it's like, she's like my little bit. She's kind of there supporting, because even right now, she's sitting there behind us, recording us and
keeping that screen going.
Looking up here, looking at what she's going to change next.
She's redesigning the studio in her head right now.
Yep.
I want to move this over here. Why the
That
hell?
would look better if we did this.
What the hell is that? Did Daniel put that there?
He did it.
Well, that's good.
I was there to kind of give him some ideas and stuff, but he seen it through, and then he put it all back together.
Well, that's good.
And then the mold, we had to take all the molding off.
Yeah, that stuff's a pain.
He had set his phone up in like on one of the little like bars in there.
No.
So I closed it up in the mold.
I thought that's what she's gonna say.
Because I was sitting there and I'm glad I did. I'm so glad I didn't break it. But I was sitting there like wailing on it. I'm like, why won't this mold will not go back in this spot? And then he was like, wait a minute, where's my phone? I was like, And he was like, yeah, it's in there.
It's in the spot.
And then it closed.
Went right in like it was supposed to.
I didn't see it though, because nowadays with everybody's got these black cases on their phone. We were already losing daylight.
That's one of the things that, I like cold weather. I like this time of year, but I just don't like the sunset and sunrise changes. It kills me. 5:30 in the afternoon or 6
It
o'clock.
messes my brain up.
Yes.
Like I'm thinking like at 5 I should be in bed. I'm like, well, we're out too late.
Yeah. And that's what the old folks done.
Yeah.
You got up when the sun come up. You worked all day, and when it got dark, you went inside and you either made the family bigger or you went to bed.
Yeah. A lot of them made the family bigger.
Yes. That kind of stuff it wasn't out here like it is now.
All the time. So I think it's kind of got embedded. My grandmother told me one time that my grandfather would say it takes a sorry SOB to let the sun catch him in bed.
Yes.
And you can ask Joy. There's most days like I'm up. And there's some like last week was a struggle week for me. It was a beat down week for me. Like I just could not. I was not motivated at all. And then with some of the stuff happening at work and stuff, it just was like, I'm not trying to deal with this.
It's like a positive energy magnet. It just sucks all the positive energy out.
Yeah.
Everything that's left is just so negative. It makes you sick.
Yeah. I thought she was giving me gang signs.
Yeah.
It's like, we're about to ride on somebody. Miss Joy's been dealing with some, what was it, osteoporosis? Like some kind of, it's like, I'm about to call her retirement. Yeah, her joints and stuff are hurting. So when she's sitting there moving, I was like, wait a minute. She's like,
have you tried new papers? You said not those kind of joints. You talking about like, I'm sorry.
You.
I had to do that. That joke sold.
You slipped that one in there. That was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, papers? I'm like, I don't even looked at you. I'm like, I'm ready to see. What's he talking about? Then he started rolling. I'm like, them 5.1s.
That's right. They make them in slims now, but this man Dave got dyslexia, y'all. For all y'all Royal fans out there that know, they ain't 5.1s.
The 1.5.
1.5s.
I was just looking at Mustangs a lot ago. 5.0.
Dave rolling them extra long blunt.
Hey, we did watch Cheech and Chong a lot when I was a kid.
There you go.
Wow.
That's right.
And I used to love watching Cheech and Chong.
I think my favorite scene out of them, all those movies, was when they thought the police was coming, and it wound up being the migrant. The immigration. Cheech Marin was talking about, man, they can't bust you for a siege. That's a migrant, man. And then at the end of one of the movies, it might have been Still Smoking. I can't remember. It's been so long now. But they were doing the cocaine with the lady up under the table.
Remember that?
They don't remember that one? Yeah, they was doing cocaine.
I mean, I remember the movie, but I don't remember that scene.
They were doing cocaine up under the table.
Wow.
And I think there was something in there about looking up that lady's dress. And he had cocaine all over his top lip, and he comes out all wide-eyed. And then everybody's, the whole dog shit scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. I always liked when the lady got up. She thought it was cocaine, but it was like Ajax.
Yeah.
And she was like making like elephant. Yeah. Yeah. Miss Joyce giving me this look like, what?
Uh-huh. Kind of stupid shit. Are y'all watching? No, it's in there.
It's in the movie. Yeah.
There.
She thought that he had drugs. Yeah. Chong had the bag of Ajax.
Mm-hmm.
And back then they used to put cleaner and stuff in like bags. They didn't have it in like boxes. And stuff. So and she grabbed. Oh man, look at this, and she's like, she was making some, and he's looking at her like, ooh. And then what's that? When Cheech got a hold of something, he's like, that's that Maui Wow. He's like, hey man, how's my driving? I don't think we're going anywhere. That's when you get that. Keep on, I got my jacket coming.
That's right. That's right.
They don't make movies like that.
No, they don't make movies like that anymore.
Except for Deadpool.
Yes. Everybody's been telling me watch Deadpool.
Yep.
I can't find the time.
We can't either, but I did.
Started it. I cut the movie on, laying in my bed. Everybody walked in the room at once, and it was like opening the door to a schoolhouse. Kids screaming.
That's something too. You got to start making time for you.
Oh, I know it.
I
know it. There is going to be time for me soon.
Yeah, you got to make time for you. Because if you don't, you'll end up resenting people.
I'm loving Davy's little pointer. He's on point, literally. But now we have bought a living room suite that is very comfortable.
What you do is you take your little charger and all that, and you go on over to the house. Ain't nobody said you can't watch no movie in there.
Well, I can't get in though.
Why?
They got the door locked.
Boy, Bubba, you got all the time in the world to sit there. I know that house is what, a football field away from you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And this one.
Me.
He gonna sit here and tell me he don't know how to break in his own house.
Yeah, but what I do when they go over there and I done broke in.
You don't break into where they see it. You gotta be slick with it.
I'll be slick Willie.
Slick with it? Willie?
Slick with it.
You gotta be good at it. Yeah, I mean, all that time you've been, I'm gonna be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. If I'd been staring at my damn house that long, I mean, that one over there, she'd have been like, we're gonna do this. I guarantee she'd been in that house. And they'd never know.
I've been in it once. I can't say I've been in it once.
See?
But the contractors was out there, and they were having to go in and out.
So they lock it up when they leave?
They lock it up. Because right now, it's still theirs. Like, if somebody was to come in right now and steal the refrigerator.
Does it still, so it's a double wide, right?
It's a double wide.
So does it still have the double wide door, like the mobile home doors on it, or does it have like a wooden door? Like, does it have a door like that, or does it have like the mobile home door, aluminum?
So mobile homes have come leaps and bounds.
That's what I'm saying.
They look like regular home doors now, but they're still that thin metal. But right now, if somebody was to come in, and they say they just went through and they pulled all the wire out of it. They stole the appliances out of it. Clayton Home's still responsible for that.
Yeah.
Because that's their locks on it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, believe me, I wanted to. I have just refrained.
You're a whole lot better person than I am.
But I've been in it.
Scott picked on me about that. He called me and he was like, I love it when Dustin's like, I love everybody. And he was like, David said, I don't. And that reminded me of Wyatt and Doc was like, that one guy was like, shit, I got a lot of strings, and Doc's like, I don't.
That was a double standard, because that man, you remember the necklace he had on talking to Doc. He was a Freemason, and that was one of the things he was talking about. I've got a lot of friends, and Doc said, he told him right there, I don't. But that goes back there again. I would rather have that one friend.
Yeah.
Like Doc Holliday.
Absolutely.
Than 10,000 friends like some of these other people out here.
You got snakes and everything like that. Yeah. So, yeah. I thought it was there was a situation that happened at work, and our number one Royal fan, I had made some, because that person is over a lot of things.
Yes.
And I had made sure I talked to that person about the said situation. He was in agreement with me, and it's funny too, because he was like, do I need to change my mind? But he was saying, like trying to steer it back to making sure I was right, looking out for me.
Right.
So the situation happened and they contacted him, and, that'll be like the second time that I wasn't present. And that man could have said anything in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But he said what was right.
Yes.
Both times.
Both times.
So he has my respect for that, for sure. And it comes, like it's really weird, like you spend so much time in that environment and you have a lot of people that you don't really trust. But then, you have that one bright light and it makes it worth it.
Yep.
It makes, like going there and, working and doing all that. Just like doing this podcast, we have one person that listens, then it's worth it to me.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, it is like you said, it's growing, and I think he'll always be the number one Royal.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I think we just put him as the pain in the ass, Royal pain in the ass. That's like a tier of fan.
He's our top tier pain in the ass.
Yeah,
I was a pain in his ass for a while.
Well, we all are.
I was his number one pain in the
I'm
ass
sure.
because, well,
I don't know. I think there's been some people after you that.
He finally got rid of his number one.
I heard about that.
Royal pain in the ass. But I was his consistent pain in the ass, I guess you could say. It was different.
At least it wasn't causing him trouble like the other pains in the butt.
It was different working for the man.
Yeah.
And then being on a different crew working alongside him.
Yeah. Yep.
Because I had to take direction from him to get my job done. And he wasn't always the best teacher, but he was that one that he wasn't teaching, he was working. But if you watch him,
you learn
it.
Absolutely. Makes sense.
There was many times I had to say, hey, before you do that, you mind stepping back and giving me the stuff? I want to try it this time. And he would kind of look at me and be like, ain't nobody ever done that. It's always been on him to get it done. And I would say that he appreciated it. If he don't,
I'm sure he did.
or if he doesn't, Dustin's brain done crapped out. If he did not, then I'm sure I'll get a call. Yeah, but I'm sure that he appreciated it because I tried to learn. I tried to do right by him.
And as long as that's all you can do, is try to do right by people.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
I think he's a key point in getting me to where I am now in my job.
Yeah.
Because I'm looked at as the plumber, which I am not. I know a little bit about it.
You look a lot like Mario.
Yeah.
Saying you fit the bill.
Ooh.
It's the bill, Mario.
I can take that. That's been my favorite video on social media here lately. There's an Italian couple. The girl she has strong Italian roots. The guy, her husband, fiance, whatever he is, he's always picking at her. And he's like, honey, I got this. And he'll say the Italian name of it, but he says it in like an American dialect. And he comes up and he's like, honey, I got the wine. She says, it's a vino vini. And he just goes off because she just starts, I don't know if she's cussing him or if she's just rattling along in her Italian dialect.
Okay.
He gives it right back to her.
I've seen a couple like that. There's one video I watched where there was a young lady and her cousin, I guess, was like Italian or whatever. Right. And they're from here. So they would say, whatever, like,
Romano.
They would say, Gucci.
Right.
And then she would say, Gucci.
Right. Yes.
I got tickled with myself there for that.
Yes. Yeah.
But, I can use it as a gear stick too.
David's switching gears over here.
So I don't get to drive anymore, so I can,
He's over here rattling it in there.
Yeah.
That's right.
Want to see my picture? There it is. Man, yeah, it's been a challenging week this past week, but we're gonna see. I think we have the benefit of this week being better, maybe.
Yes, it's going to be better.
Yep, there you go. It's just going to be better. How you know? Well, it's just gonna be better.
Yeah, because I know it's gonna be better.
But so you've not watched much of the Deadpool?
I have not watched much of it at all.
I missed something good.
I
was really worried. I'll be honest. I thought Disney was gonna screw it up, but they didn't.
Nah.
Not even a little bit. And, you know, like Joy was telling me some of the, spoiler alert, Reynolds, I was trying to get my thoughts. So, because it was a big thing to unpack, Ryan Reynolds had to put some kind of, like, I don't know, some kind of, like, paste or something in his mouth so that the dog poo would lick him in the mouth for that whole scene. Yeah, that was pretty wild.
I'm sorry, what?
Dog pool. There's in the movie. There's dog pool. Yeah, it's like a ugly Chinese crescent looking thing, monstrosity.
So I know our last episode you told me there are many, many versions of the pool.
It's like
Dog
probably
pool.
70.
Yeah.
You know, even in the woman pool, that's his real wife. Blake
Okay.
Lively. She plays woman.
So I had heard rumors
Mm-hmm.
that it was Taylor Swift.
Nope.
Was playing that for him.
No, that's his wife, Blake.
That was his wife, Blake. Okay.
Yep.
That's cool.
So he came on. I'm waiting on Joy. Huh? Did it reset? Oh yeah, it just saves power.
Okay.
Power.
Ah.
Saves power.
Say it, Joey.
But she played that, and then you know what really got me is when he went through all the what do they call it? It's the MCU, but he went through all the MCU, like back time and like across different time periods.
What, multiverse?
Yeah, he went through the multiverse, right?
Okay.
And that's when you see Blade show up. And when Blade walked up, I was like,
Is it Wesley Snipes?
and yeah, because so what they in that one time rip, they have all the characters that basically comic book movies have like just kind of shunned.
Okay.
So they're sitting there and you see Chris Evans and Deadpool's like, it's Captain. He's like, Captain. And he's sitting there and I'm even like, wow, Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
It's not Johnny Blaze.
It was Johnny Blake. I knew it.
Yep. They had Elektra in there. There's still.
Wait a minute. You said Johnny Blade.
He played in the Fantastic Four. Flame On.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that played. Yeah, he played Johnny Blaze too. You didn't know that?
I knew that, but it's just been a while.
Yeah, that's what Deadpool said too.
Well, I'll be damned.
He seen him in Automatic and thought it was Captain America, but it wasn't Johnny Blaze.
It was Johnny.
Yeah, and then you had Johnny Blaze, Blade,
I know what it is.
Elektra.
I know what it is. I'm sorry. I'm channeling our inner Daniel.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's Johnny Storm.
No, it was Johnny Blaze.
You sure?
Yep.
As Johnny Blaze was supposed to be Ghost Rider's alter ego.
Johnny Blaze is the one that they had on Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but Johnny, his sister was Sue Storm, right?
We're gonna look.
Okay.
But
Mess me up with the names though. I'm sitting here putting these.
I've always caught, even as a kid, I caught him Johnny Blaze.
Okay. But they even pulled him in there.
Yep. He's in there, Elektra's in there, Blade's in there, and then
Was it Elektra?
oh, Gambit. Gambit was played by Channing Tatum. He did a good job. I really didn't think, I'm like not an ultra fan of Channing, but
Right.
he did a great job.
You're not a Magic Mike fan?
You know, it might help if I put my, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm sitting here like,
Dave's showing his age on camera.
Yep.
That's okay.
It's a stigmatism.
Yes.
I don't know if it's an age or stigmatism, but yeah, but then the villain, like one of the super villains was Professor Xavier's twin sister.
Yes.
What's his name?
Invisible Woman was Johnny.
So technically, okay, so his name, but you are right, Johnny Blaze is the Ghost Rider, yeah, but his name is Johnny.
Right, it's Johnny.
But it's giving up. That's Human Torch.
Human Torch.
Yeah, you go, the Human Torch.
Yeah,
and then he says flame on or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, because in the Chris Evans, gosh, what's her name? America's hottie that everybody was oogling over there for a while, that played Sue Storm in that movie. Never mind, it'll come to it in a little bit.
Okay.
They tried to portray him as the Evel Knievel. He went and got on the dirt bike and did the big jump. And his fear was what brought out his flames during that part. And then
you talking about
he learned to
Ghost
control.
Rider?
No, I'm talking about in the Fantastic Four movie.
So you talking about Alba?
Jessica Alba.
Okay.
Yeah. She was the one that played Sue Storm. Yeah, they were supposed to be brother and sister in the original, if I'm not mistaken. And then in the movie, Reed Richards and Sue Storm were a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see a lot of that, man.
they are. Yeah,
So you talk about things that are a little bit like weird, right?
Right.
And how they change some stuff up. So in the series Vikings, I think it's the Valhalla version, I believe. Yeah. Vikings Valhalla, like the continuance. So they changed one of the Jarls to a woman of color. I'm all for like everybody having a shot, right? It's not his
kind of thing.
Like the show is already loosely based on history, but when you go do that, you're kind of like just spitting in the face of.
Oh yeah.
And then now that has sparked a debate that Vikings were not of the mountain of Caucasus.
Yes, they did the same thing when they tried to do the Bible series on TV, when they explained certain, and they did certain the Bible in movies, because everybody was so up in arms that, Samson wasn't black. They made him an African-American man in the TV show.
That'd be closer. Having a person in that area would be a little bit closer to being black than what a Jarl. Scandinavian.
They all were. That's the big misconception of Christ.
Yeah, he wasn't white.
He wasn't white.
No.
Everybody portrays him to be, quote unquote, our kind of people.
Yeah.
He was from that area.
He wasn't white.
No, he wasn't white.
He had no blonde hair. No blue eyes.
Nope.
I mean, could he? Well, I guess. I don't know. I mean, anything's possible, but anyway, it wasn't. That is a very incorrect depiction.
Yes.
Yeah. So
yes.
Yeah, I guess we owed them one.
So they made one of, you said Jarl.
Well, Jarl is kind of like it's not quite a king.
Okay.
But it is like a leader of an area.
So they made him a black man.
A black woman.
Black woman, excuse me.
Yeah.
Really?
She was, it was a great character. Great character. I mean,
historically incorrect.
Very, 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 very. One, it was a man. And then two, it was a man of Scandinavian descent.
Okay.
And that doesn't necessarily, I'm not saying that the Scandinavian means that you have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Right.
I'm not saying that. People from all over Europe, Germans and stuff had dark hair, dark eyes. I'm not saying that. There is that depiction too that Vikings were blonde hair, blue eyes, and look at it. You would have been a dramatic person, and it doesn't necessarily mean that. I get it, I don't believe in the blonde hair, blue eye Viking thing. I don't, I'm not saying were they probably blonde hair, blue eye? Yes, but there wasn't the vast majority of them. So that, and they all wasn't 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
The average Viking height was 5'6", 5'6" to 5'8", which was around my height.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's, again, what you, lost my word there, but it's what you view it as.
Yeah.
That conception.
Yep.
If you will. When you think the word Viking, you think this big, muscular, like you're saying, 7 foot tall guy that can take on the world.
Yep. That would be more closer to like a berserker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and they still probably were a little bit shorter.
Yeah. So how everybody perceives Thor, was he the blonde-haired, blue-eyed god that they make him out?
He would have had red hair.
He would have had red hair.
Yeah. According to the historical saga.
Yeah.
He would have had red hair, and he would have been a little bit chubby.
He wouldn't have been more like what did they call him in the movie? The one that they took the version from Big Lebowski.
To my Fat Thor?
Yeah, Fat Thor.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would have been more historically accurate.
Okay. And why do you think they do that?
Why do they
blatantly make them historically incorrect?
They would be just so they could sell. Nobody's really going to want to watch a movie with a bunch of middle-aged fat guys.
This is true.
The MCU is, they want to depict the superhero, and until, beyond, the sad thing is they're saying that superheroes can't be overweight and
Chris Hemsworth makes a whole lot better Thor than I do.
Yeah, but he wouldn't. Thor would laugh at him. That ain't. That isn't what Thor represented. Now Odin Hopkins had a lot of say of how it was developed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a little bit more accurate for Odin than like Thor.
Okay.
And Loki was closely to what the sagas.
Okay.
But Thor was way off. Like, way off.
Yeah. They made him out to be like this playboy.
Fabio.
Yeah. Fabio, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, yeah. But then Loki at the same time wasn't necessarily, according to the Prowls and all the Eddas and the sagas, Loki would not Floki. Floki was a shipbuilder. Loki would have been kind of like an asexual being.
Okay.
Because he actually birthed the Yarmungandr, and he didn't have much to do with. So Thor's brother was a victim of the trickery that Loki. So you had, and this is gonna be you're gonna recognize this story when I tell you. Almost, it's close to the Bible stuff, but it's Norse.
Okay.
Right? So you got Holder and Balder, and let's see, Balder. I think Balder was the blind one. He was blind. No, was it Holder killed Balder? Anyway, one of them killed the other. Right. So one of them was blind, and Frigg, which is Odin's wife, had went and talked to every being in the world or in the universe, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
The universe made it that they could not kill one of the sons, Holder or Balder. I can't remember. I think it's Balder. Couldn't kill Balder. But since Mistletoe was a young being, she didn't see fit to say anything about it. Well, Floki found out about it.
Right.
And so there's two different stories. There's a spear or an arrow. And he basically tricked the blind one into shooting the other one with the spear and killing him.
Okay.
So one of them was dead. And then there's another god that was born that was just vengeance for that death.
Okay.
And actually what sparked that death sparked Ragnarok.
Okay.
Yeah. Like it started the whole end of the world thing.
Okay.
So you have a couple Bible, Cain and Abel.
Right.
And the son dying. So there's a lot of Christian reference versus so there's tons of stuff where everybody's like, well, one writer, Snorri, he was basically, he's the Christian one. I'd have to look at my notes. One of them is a Christian writer.
Okay.
And he tried to tell the sagas of the Norse mythos as much as he could. But, of course, all he has to go on is Christian writing. So a lot of it was like jobbled up and stuff. So, but there was supposedly, Halder and Balder, that one of them killed the other.
Right.
That kind of deal.
Now,
It's a lot of, it's pretty interesting.
The idea of Ragnarok that you see portrayed in the Marvel movies, is that anywhere historically correct? They said it was supposed to be
It's close.
the skull of Surtur, or however you pronounce his name, and once you place the skull into the eternal flame, he was reborn, and that's what brought on Ragnarok.
Nope. That would be Halder and Balder.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that completely kind of... So, some of the actions that they put forth happen, and then so that, I guess that kind of puts us at, are we living post-Ragnarok now?
Right. It's just funny. I was watching that movie before we left the house.
That's funny. Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok was one of this. It's one of those where they tried to start turning it as the comedy aspect, and it's like they were trying too hard.
Nobody wanted to go and read any of the sagas. That's what it was.
Right.
Nobody wants to read the saga. They want to, okay, now we're just going to wing it.
Right.
We got the name and the concept. I kind of thought maybe there for a little bit. There's the alien, the big worms that in that one. What? It's not Ragnarok, but it's like
an Infinity War.
Yes. The big metal worm. Yeah, I think that's supposed to be.
Yeah, that was
like Yarmungandr.
That was supposed to be the world serpent.
Yeah.
Huh.
Similar to the world serpent.
Okay. Yeah, those were the Chitaurians in the Marvel universe.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm.
No, you're good.
Marvel nerd.
No, I love the MCU.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of how they were trying to represent it.
Okay. Yeah. So historically, that was Loki's children, as you were saying.
I would, yeah.
Jormungandr and Fenrir.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And Fenrir was the one that actually killed Odin.
Yes.
Yes. And then the guy Cheer had his arm bit off by Fenrir.
Right.
Yeah. Because Fenrir was like, yeah, go ahead, put your arm in my mouth.
It's gone.
Yep. So
Yeah. And then they made him out to be Hela's pet in that movie. Yeah. Yeah, it was made out as she was his executioner and his firstborn.
she is his, I guess in our saga, she is his Satan.
Okay.
Maybe, but it isn't like she was his child.
Yes.
But yeah, she is in charge of the underworld.
Okay.
Helheim.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know where they got all their information from and where they wrote all their stories from. I guess
Been as powerful as what you saw on the screen.
yeah, but I guess they've got to write something that'll sell.
Yeah. She doesn't have any interest in Midgard.
Right.
We all will see her eventually. So she doesn't need to come and take over Midgard.
That's right. That's right. We'll get there.
Midgard is what, Thor is supposed to protect.
Yes. Yes.
So there's 9 realms. Actually, what's the guy?
Heimdall.
Heimdall, yeah. So Whiskey's registered name is Heimdall.
Really?
The Watcher, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's his registered name.
That's cool.
And he's supposed to be like the Grimfrost.
Mm-hmm.
You know what that is? The bridge?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Rainbow Bridge, basically.
Yeah.
That's what
They call it the Bifrost.
Yeah. Yeah.
In your reading.
No, I'm
and
thinking about a closed ring. So it is a Bifrost.
a Bifrost. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a squirrel moment.
That's okay.
And when I hear Frost, I automatically think of Grimfrost.
Mhm.
They have some really good clothes. It's kind of like the Viking version of Grunt style.
I got you.
Yeah. So
I got you.
they have a lot of, but then they also have like historical, accurate, like clothing,
Right.
like leg wraps and.
Speaking of clothing, I have still yet to don my kilt.
I know.
I'm still working on how that's going to look. And
Next year you need to do that. He's about tall enough to do that. The Scottish Deadpool. Yeah, they had the Scottish one.
I'm going to have to watch this movie.
Yeah.
I'm missing out.
And then they had the cowboy one. That's pretty cool. And then don't he put his like butt all in Deadpool's face or something? I can't remember. There's some scene where Deadpool gets like smudged by another Deadpool. And then him and Logan basically kill all of them.
Right.
And then forgot they regenerate.
Oh, no. Oops.
Yeah. The only one that didn't regenerate was like Nice Pool don't generate.
Okay.
And then when I saw Nice Pool put out those 250 cal, not the 50, but Desert Eagle 50, they're all gold. I looked at Joe, I said, he gonna die. Cause I saw Deadpool looking at him like, mine.
This is mine now.
It took him a little while. He didn't do it right away, but he did eventually use them as like a human shield. And Logan was sitting there in one part of the movie right before that happened. And somebody, I think Nice Pool was like, he's gonna save me. And Logan was like, no, you're not gonna make it back. And Deadpool grabs him and he's like getting shot up. And he's like, come on, little buddy. And then that's when Deadpool finds out he can't regenerate. Like, he was sad then because he thought he could regenerate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was pretty sad, that part.
Oh, yeah.
He killed Nice Pool.
Yeah.
What'd she say? She said, I wish I was dead because they were all out there fighting in her universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've definitely got to take this movie in. I'm missing.
The worst part is him giving up being Deadpool and becoming a car salesman. And then he's working for Big Daddy. What's his name? Big Daddy. The car salesman guy, the one that saves him at the end. I know, but I'm saying they're working with him. I can't remember what his name. Peter, yeah. You remember Peter from the X-Force?
Oh,
Dad.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. He saves them at the end.
Okay. What did he call him in the last?
Sweet Daddy or something like that. It was something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, he was the one that he really didn't
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear. Go home, Sugar Bear.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sugar Bear. It took me a minute.
Yeah.
Sugar Bear, yeah.
Mhm.
So he was like, Sugar Bear. Yeah. And then he come walking in there and he had his Deadpool suit on. And his belly is sticking out. And he had looked like Daniel's glowing nuts thing going on. And then I think he sweet talked the villain or something, didn't he, Peter? Remember, no, he saved him from all the Deadpools. Because all the Deadpools respected Peter.
They love Peter. They
Yeah.
have their own Peter.
They all have their own Peter.
Okay.
And that's why you hear that? It's like, we all have our own Peter.
Wow. You know, you could probably use that at work.
I need a Peter.
No, that was, you need to ask Scott about that the next time you hear it. There was a comment made by somebody high up in your establishment that Peter, he was superintendent at one time.
I know who you're talking about.
But there was a comment made by one of the directors sometime long ago that he didn't know what he'd do without his Peter. You need to ask Scott about that.
I will.
Yeah, if Scott listens to the show, he'll call you next week. He'll let you in on that.
He listens quite religiously.
Yeah, but yeah, that comment was made. I don't know.
I even get fussed at when I don't put them out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like taking it, but yeah. Joy's over there doing gang signs again.
Gang signs.
Yeah, her hands are hurting.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have to get rid of this Arthur.
I know, right? It's getting getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
I guess we'll round her on.
You want to round her on down?
Round her on down. We didn't have Daniel to pick on.
Yeah, but that's
all right. We got to a good one.
Yeah.
It's a good little show.
Good little banter back and forth. We've had our Marvel moments.
Yeah.
Is there anything new going on? Have got anything new hopping here soon?
Just no, we're just working on the new show.
Okay.
And it'll be on my YouTube.
Okay.
So that I can try to push it a little bit more.
Right.
We have an ugly sweater thing. Were you going to that?
I was going to try to go to that.
Okay.
Didn't you tell me it was the 21st?
28th.
28th.
It was after Christmas.
Okay.
You should be able to know.
Yeah.
21st was like that solstice thing. But I don't know if I'm going to go all the way down there. It'd just be me and Joy.
Okay.
Because I don't know none of this stuff.
Well, here lately, I'm not going to call it a hobby yet because I've only spent like $50 on it. Well, I spent $50 for a pair of radios, and then one of them wasn't able to be programmed.
You getting a finger?
No, I ain't got a finger. I can get a finger, though. I can get a finger.
You need to go to the Dollar Tree and get
a finger. I just might do that. Do they come in red?
No, but you got Joy can paint it.
We can paint it. We can vinyl it.
I want to have her paint it like the Mickey Mouse hand. You know, like it's got the little black dots.
Yeah, he needs 3 little lines on the back of it.
I know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get mine as a Mario glove there. But I have wandered into the world of General Mobile Radio Service. I have
I don't know what that is.
FCC number through the Federal Communications Commission.
So like is that like a ham?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a GMRS license.
Oh.
And I have a call sign now.
What's your call sign? Peckerhead?
Close. I'm a good dog, baby.
Are you serious?
Yes, sir.
You good dog? The good dog. That's a good name. I like that.
So my call sign is WSGD442, Whiskey Sierra Gulf Delta 442, and I call myself.
So you like broadcast?
Good. I go out and you can talk to people.
I remember we had this guy that lived behind us, and we would hear his.
Yes.
To our TV.
Yeah, that's the thing, because there's UHF and there's VHF.
Okay. And so you can go out, like out in your field or something?
One's for city and one's for county. You hit different repeaters around the area, and like we've got video of what was that? I stepped on my phone. Anyway, squirrel. But we went out to Lake Tillery. We were able to hit the Stanfield repeater out there. We hit the Union County repeater. There's a guy that lives down our way.
Okay, so for us, what's a repeater?
So just say where I live to where you enjoy live. If there's a repeater, there's usually a tower.
Okay.
And if I wanted to talk to somebody, just say in like where Daniel's at, if I queued up to talk to you and Daniel could hear, my signal would hit your repeater. It would go to another tower, to another repeater, and then that signal just keeps going out.
So everybody needs a repeater.
Yes, a repeater.
Well, I mean, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. But I'm learning a lot.
Awesome.
It's what the people up in Asheville, the people in the mountains after the destruction of Helene, that don't have cell service, that don't have some stuff like that, they are communicating now.
Have you met any of those people yet?
We know of a couple of them.
Have you? I mean, like talked to them?
Not yet. No, I haven't. My friends down that way,
they say on clear nights you can get.
So I have seen video. I don't have it myself, of one of the guys down in the Parkwood area. He goes by Kilo Papa. He's talked to somebody like you're saying across the pond. I mean, clear British accent.
Yeah.
We got his call sign and everything, and he's like, man, where are you from? And he comes back, gives us his call sign, repeats KP's call sign, and he's like, yeah, you're coming in loud and clear. He says, what are you talking to me on? And he's like, you wouldn't believe it, but it's just some basic Radio Shack equipment with this, that, and the third. And I mean, I can hear on that video, I can hear him as clear as I can hear you right now.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Dang.
But when the shit hits the fan,
Yep.
and it's imminent threat of life, you can get on there and you can talk to anybody. But without the correct licensing, you get on there and you start gobbling like a turkey or being a nuisance, and they will come knock on your door. Excuse me, sir. Here's a $10,000 fine. Yeah. Stay off the radio. So,
well, I mean, it makes it interesting.
Yeah. It's a cool, like I said, I'm not going to call it a hobby yet, but I've spent about $85. I got a $35 GMRS.
But you're wanting it to be a hobby.
I'm wanting it to be a hobby.
So it is a hobby.
Well, it's an interest right now, because if it starts to inhibit anything going on with the house or the bills, it's one of those that
It could be a hobby without that. It's a hobby until it's not. But that's the thing, like that, and I'm gonna harp on that, y'all. I'm telling you. So, like, you're a content creator. Some people say, well, when I become a content. No, you're making content.
Yes.
Yeah, you are a content creator. So that is your hobby as well.
Yeah.
That the radio, they call it ham radio. What
ham radio.
Yeah, they call them ham radio, and that's pretty cool, man. That's a hobby to test.
Mm-hmm.
And if it, like you said, if it starts to hinder other things, then you just back off of it.
What Barney say?
Nip it.
That's something I'd like to go see. We need to do that again.
Yeah, that was fun.
You remember when we
I like to
seen
dive.
Catfish?
Yeah, I
and,
like to dive.
Andrew Kahn?
Yep.
Yeah.
Andrew Kahn and God, what's his name?
The real heavyset guy. El Gordo Loco.
El Gordo Loco. Yep. I don't know. He's gotten kind of weird.
Has he?
Gordo here lately. I don't know. It's just weird. Like I'm not saying he's weird. It's just like he's not putting out the same stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And hell, I just saw Andrew Kahn the first time in like 2 years. Like, where's he been?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I ain't even seen Catfish.
You know the most I've seen out of Catfish Cooley? His wife and her modeling.
Yeah.
Like, they're really pushing that side. Yeah.
Step to the side a little bit. Oh, man. There's a guy I'm watching right now. He does like all people out in the audience.
Okay.
So it's pretty funny. Like, he'll say, who is this? And, why are y'all together and this and that? I can't remember his name right now, but God, what's his name? But anyway, I'll send you something later.
Okay.
The only thing I got new is that I'm like venturing into more video.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. And Miss Joy is doing her, she got some, crochet creatures that she's making now.
Okay.
That and just still fiddling with the dogs a little bit. Yeah.
We got to get some clients from Miss Joy to put some holes in. We need to be like...
I did want to do that Mad Monster.
We need to get some video of Miss Joy like piercing ears and piercing eyes.
She don't want to do it. She had no desire. She's like, no, it's okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it goes. So far, haven't been too bad on my hand. Yeah, it's definitely messing me up at work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Oh, yeah.
When you can't use your hands right. And to watch her struggle, I'm like, yeah, Lord, ain't nothing I can do to. It's one of those things that's kind of like, I can't do anything, and it makes it worse sometimes because you can't do anything.
That's right.
I can try to help her as much as I can, but I don't know how to crochet or whatever.
No, I watch my mother do it and watch my youngin' do it. They work them needles, and
I can't do it.
I can sew, but I can't cross stitch. I can't crochet. That just ain't me.
No. Then while we were trying to do some research for the Dark Hour, we're still kind of working on research for that one. So that's why we didn't do that one today. But Daniel was down there at the house, and I took the Chucky doll out and stuck him over there, kind of just standing there at the stairway. And Daniel, because we were watching Annabelle, and Daniel come down, and he's like, "Oh God!" I thought he was going to jump clear out his skin when Chucky's sitting there staring at him. Hopefully he'll get to feeling better, and we can pick on him about it.
Oh yeah. It's always kind of a little bit of a...
Oh, yeah. I mean, because there's a certain, but no, it's a whole lot better than when you were out and I had Daniel left me stranded.
Oh,
boy.
yeah.
I was sitting there, ain't that right, Daniel?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, during the show, I was like, are you going to talk? Are you going to say anything, or I'm just doing this?
Yeah.
Acapella.
Acapella today.
But
All
no,
right.
no, I guess that just does us in right there, huh?
Wrap it up. Well, y'all, our royal fans, you have been named in this episode. Our royal pain in the ass, you have been named in this episode. You will be forever the number one until somebody surpasses you, and then you will be ultimately the number two. But
I think he just called you poo-poo.
yeah, he caught a lot of it while I was there.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And then plumbing you can.
You go, as our number one royal fan would say, you'll have that in there.
Nip it in the bud.
Herber.